AI isn't replacing traders. It's replacing bad trading habits. Everyone keeps asking if artificial intelligence is going to take over Wall Street and just entirely destroy the human element of the markets. But right off the bat, I got to tell you, that is absolutely the wrong question to be asking.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tearing down the myth of the machine takeover. The reality here, AI is not going to destroy you. In fact, if you know exactly how to use it, it's going to make you an absolute apex predator in the financial markets. We're going to look at exactly how the elite are weaponizing AI to survive and thrive right now, and how you can do the exact same thing.
90%. That is the failure rate. Think about this for a second. Right now, the barrier to entry has completely collapsed. You literally have a supercomputer API right in your pocket. The exact same computational architecture used by multi-billion-dollar quantitative funds is sitting right there in your home office. So here's a really stark paradox for you. If AI is this ultimate cheat code, why are 90% of retail traders still failing and completely blowing up their accounts? Well, it really comes down to understanding how the threat of automation has actually evolved.
Let's look back. Back in 1987, Wall Street was all chaos, right? Paper tickers flying around in the trading pits, this whole myth of the lone genius just feeling the market in his gut. Then hit the 2000s, and high-frequency trading completely took over. Microsecond fiber optic automation. Humans were immediately pushed out of the execution layer because, let's face it, you simply cannot compete with the machine executing at the speed of light. But listen, that was just dumb, rule-based speed. Fast forward to today, looking ahead to 2026, and we're dealing with deep neural networks. This isn't just about speed anymore. This is hyper-intelligent, real-time pattern discovery and synthesis. We're talking about AI instantly ingesting entire historical market regimes.
Section 1, where machines dominate. Let's look at AI's absolute supremacy.
Let's be ruthlessly honest about our own biological flaws for a second. We evolved to survive on the savanna, not to calculate real-time standard deviation moves across 40 non-correlated assets. We are up against a machine that doesn't need sleep, doesn't feel greed, and certainly doesn't need a double espresso at 3 a.m. Here is exactly where the machine has absolute supremacy. First up, hyperdimensional data processing. While you're sitting there reading one single earnings report, an AI can ingest 10 years of financial statements and structural risks in about 60 seconds. Second, multivariable stress backtesting. It can test a thesis across 30 years of historical data before you even finish that morning coffee. And third, brutal behavioral auditing. It will coldly, mathematically tell you exactly why your cognitive load is causing you to lose money every single Thursday at the open. So think of AI not as a competitor, but as an army of tireless interns working around the clock for you. Trying to fight this on pure math, it's literally like trying to build a car with your bare hands.
Section 2. The Silicon Wall. What AI simply cannot do.
So, if the machine is so utterly perfect at math, data ingestion, and historical patterns, why do massive quantitative funds still crash and burn? What is the invisible barrier that silicon simply cannot climb? It's because machine intelligence is, essentially, an incredibly sophisticated rear-view mirror. It relies entirely on the past. It excels at interpolation and statistical probability within known distributions. But here's the thing. Markets are not closed systems like a game of chess. They're driven by human psychology, geopolitical chaos, and totally unprecedented black swan events. And that right there is where human intelligence takes over. We can do what machines can't: extrapolation and contextual judgment. When the market enters a structural regime shift that has literally never happened before, an AI is going to hallucinate and just double down on past assumptions. But a human can look at the chaos, read between the lines, and realize the rules of the game just changed.
And ultimately, true accountability requires skin in the game. Sure, an AI can calculate a stop-loss perfectly, but it does not feel the existential dread of risking real capital. It has no idea what it means to be truly disciplined when the entire financial world is collapsing around you. True discipline is the conscious human choice to accept short-term pain for a long-term mathematical edge, and AI simply cannot possess that.
Section 3. 3 fatal errors. The intense dangers of improper AI use.
Using AI improperly is a massive psychological trap. If you make these architectural mistakes, I guarantee this technology will bankrupt you way faster than any market crash ever could. The first error to watch out for is over-optimization. This is when you ask an AI to find the perfect combination of indicators, and it tunes the parameters so specifically to the historical noise of the past that it looks absolutely flawless on a backtest. But the second you put it in a live, chaotic market, it completely falls apart.
It's exactly like training a runner to sprint on a perfectly flat treadmill inside a gym and then just throwing them into a brutal off-road mountain marathon. They're going to crash.
Error number 2 is prompting bias. If you ask an AI to find you bullish arguments for a specific asset today, it is going to instantly generate a beautifully structured, highly convincing list of reasons why you are right. But listen to me on this. You aren't actually looking for the truth here. You're just using highly advanced technology to feed your own confirmation bias. You are literally paying for a mathematical safety blanket.
And then there's the third one, the absolute deadliest sin, blind delegation. This is where you fall into cognitive laziness. You stop doing your macro analysis, you stop verifying the data, and you just let the algorithm run your risk management completely unchecked. When the market regime shifts, and it always does, the AI will just keep executing its corrupted logic over and over again. It will dig a massive hole, and you're just going to sit there helplessly because you've become completely blind to why your edge expired in the first place.
Section 4. The Centaur Framework. The Rise of the Hybrid Trader.
This framework is a concept actually born from chess, where a human and a machine working together will always beat a standalone supercomputer. In a professional daily blueprint, this hybrid approach takes 4 steps. The human provides the strategic, non-linear creativity, and the machine? It provides tactical precision and error prevention. Step 1. Pre-market contextualization. The AI summarizes overnight structural anomalies for you in 5 minutes. Step 2. Automated scanners, filtering thousands of assets to deliver a curated list of your exact proprietary setups. Step 3. Deep stress backtesting, running synthetic historical regime tests before you risk a single dollar. And Step 4. Post-market behavioral audit, an objective diagnostic review of your emotional slippage straight from your daily execution logs. This entire system forms what we call the co-pilot rule. The AI builds the plane, analyzes the weather, and checks the instruments. But only the human pilot is authorized to take off and handle the turbulence.
Section 5. 2 traders, 2 futures. Exploring 2 very different outcomes.
Okay, imagine this scenario. A sudden, totally unprecedented geopolitical volatility spike erupts overnight. Liquidity just dries up entirely. Now, Trader A is system-dependent. They bought an automated cheat code bot and just let it run. When this unprecedented black swan hits, the bot completely freezes. It hasn't trained on this data. So Trader A loses 40% of their account, buying a falling knife, panics, blames the machine, and quits. Total chaotic panic. But then you have Trader B, the AI-augmented professional. They use AI as a high-fidelity radar system. So the AI warns them that liquidity is dropping below safety limits. Trader B then steps up with cold executive discipline. They manually cut their position size by 50% and widen their stops. They survive the chaos and actually end up capturing asymmetric hedge gains.
The future belongs exclusively to the hybrid trader. I mean this absolutely. If you want to survive, you must automate the mundane so you can completely master the profound elements of risk management and psychology. You don't need to be a data scientist to do this, but you absolutely must develop systemic design and emotional sovereignty.
The machine is sitting there, ready to work for you. But the real question is, do you have the discipline to be its commander? I want to challenge you right now. Take just one single friction point in your workflow this week, whether it's scanning charts, reading reports, or just analyzing your journal, and use an AI tool to completely optimize it. Get your time back. Push your own limits. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.